21st of August 2023. In this news flash I want to talk about some stuff that makes a lot of these keyboard warriors and racists and race mongers, it makes them very angry. But it is a reality. Listen to this. This is from Fikile in Balula. You may not have water, but you have a tap. What the fuck is that? You may not have electricity, but you have a switch. How is it possible that a dimwit like this man is in the position that he is? And he was at the stage the Minister of Transport. And he fucked that department up in totality. I'm not going to mention all the things that he broke. But those things are now being mentioned on international discussion platforms where they talk about BRICS and all of that. And the BRICS members from other countries are curious. How is it possible that South Africa allowed its infrastructure to be destroyed? Yes, destroyed. And many of it deliberately destroyed. What does South Africa actually hope to get from BRICS? They can contribute fuck all to BRICS. What do they hope to get from BRICS? They're going to have a hell of a hard time getting finance from the BRICS Bank, because the BRICS Bank is not a charity bank. And these guys will come there and say, we want this and this and this to fund infrastructure. And if there's a bright guy on the other side of the table who says, okay, just tell us a bit about how you fucked up your railways, how you fucked up Eskom, how transmission lines and transmission masts are getting stolen for scrap metal. Explain that to us. So this money you want from us for infrastructure, what? Infrastructure to feed the scrap metal system, or what the fuck you want to do with it? That's a reality. But I've said it. The chickens is coming home to roost. 30 years of absolute blatant theft and destruction has reduced South Africa to a beggar's nation, and that's it, because we can offer fuck all. And then somebody's got a bright spark and tell me, yeah, we've got minerals, man. Many other countries has got the same minerals. But those other countries has got railways that work, they've got electricity, they've got a government with common sense, they've got professionals in charge of their economy, not idiots like Mbalula. You may not have water, but you have a tap. Same as that CEO of Transnet. We can't improve Transnet, Transnet, because that will mean job losses in the truck industry. That type of shit, that's what we have to live with. And then we get this, and this is something that nobody wants to talk about. Politicians don't touch this topic. Nearly 80% of South Africa's 9 or 10-year-olds cannot read and understand sentences in any language. South Africa's youngsters are let down by a lousy education system. Now let me just rectify that. They call it a lousy education system. The reality is, they must look at the cretins in charge of that system. That's where the problem is. Not the system, the drivers. That's where the problem is. And then we get this from Kumalo, and social media has been humming with it. And he says, black people used to own things back in apartheid. Apartheid allowed people to thrive even though it was limited. Do you believe apartheid was better than current? I don't believe so. I know so, says Kumalo. And you can imagine the responses on that tweet. And then we get this from this guy, Fabio El Padrino. Exactly. There were no Pakistanis who owned spazas. Even Herman Mashaba started businesses during apartheid. I know for sure apartheid was better than this ANC democracy. There it is. And then from this guy, Pan-Africanism se voet. Technically, he is not wrong. We were forced to make our own and rely on ourselves. There was a sense of nationhood where we supported each other, something we have lost. Now, for the average black guy that was born after, I would say about 1980, you have never experienced life where the government systems were working. All you know is chaos, dilapidation, lack of service delivery, and total incompetence. Your environment is flooded with unemployed people, poor people everywhere. Only few rich ones, which is the politicians. You have no idea of what it is to live in a country where the government is actually functioning. But you've got a big fucking mouth, blaming everything on apartheid, blaming everything on whites. But you are sinking now. This ship is going down. The question is, how will you survive? Because these cretins that tell you, be glad you have a tap, but there's no water. These type of people, they have fucked your lives up. They were in charge of the force that destroyed Transnet, destroyed Eskom, destroyed Escor, destroyed everything, all our industries, the steel industry gone, the textile industry gone, all of those things gone. And a few cadres made a lot of money out of those BEE transactions, and now that is over. Those businesses are gone, those engineering shops are closed, those factories are closed, everything is shut down, nothing is operating, and they don't make one mention about the millions that lost their jobs. But keep on voting for them. They're taking you to hell. Please give me a like and a subscribe and share the thing. Thank you for your support.